born men type of book. In fact, it's the opposite. It's a boy-loving, we have the power to change the world book. But if I say something that you don't really agree with, all I ask is that you keep listening, because I believe with all my heart that when we don't agree, we can still learn from each other. That's actually how I believe we find the truth, through listening to differing opinions and points of view. Also, I'm Baha'i. That's my faith. But this is not a Baha'i book by any means, and I do not speak for the Baha'i community. If you've never heard of it, that's okay. You definitely are not alone. Basically, in a nutshell, Baha'is believe in the unity of all religions, like all the religions are different chapters in one book. The Baha'i faith teaches that every human on the planet is important, and that part of our mission here on Earth is to set our differences aside and realize that we are all one human family. My faith has always been a lighthouse in the darkness for me, guiding me and helping me remember that each one of us can change the world through acts of service, love, and compassion. You'll hear me talk about my faith here and there throughout the book because it's shaped my view of the world and it's inspired me in my work. But please know that whatever your beliefs are, I respect them, even though they may be different than mine. Okay, now that we've gotten the get to know me part out of the way, you may have noticed one of the things I didn't list was being an author. That's because I'm still getting used to it. See, when I was growing up, I never thought I was smart enough or good enough to become a writer. And honestly, books were kind of intimidating to me. They reminded me of school, and school was not always my happy place. But I'm going to own it now because you are listening to this book, which means that I did it. I am an author. Yeah! And I might just be the most excited author in the history of authors. But, okay, moving on. So, now that you know a little bit more about me, I'm going to confess something to you. This book isn't really about me. It's actually about you, and what it might be like to be you right now, this very minute. Wait, this book is about me? Yep. Well, us actually. Boys, men, male humans. You get the picture. More important, this book is about our questions. The big ones that we think about but never really say out loud. The ones about becoming and eventually being a man. The ones that can help us not just grow up to be better men, but better humans. It's also about what it means to be enough in every sense of the word. This book raises questions about masculinity and looks closely at how the answers to these questions shape who we are. Some of these questions are about our bodies. Some are about our minds. Some questions are about things that make us uncomfortable or afraid. And yes, men can absolutely be afraid. Some of them are about things that will not only make us stronger, but happier too. All of them are about things that make us human. As for the answers to these questions, well, honestly, I'm still trying to figure them out. In fact, this all started as an adult book called Man Enough: Undefining My Masculinity, which is based on a TED Talk I did, and now is also a podcast. I wrote it as a way to understand how I feel about manhood and the challenges that I've faced trying to live up to other people's expectations of me. See, I love being a man, but that doesn't mean I know exactly how to become the kind of man I want to be, or that I don't question how the world tells me I should act as a man. Also, even though I'm now in my 30s, my thoughts and opinions about the world and myself change every day. That's why I wrote this book not as your teacher or an expert on the subject, but as a friend, a fellow student, and as a work in progress, which is what every single human being on this planet is. No one is perfect. No one has it all figured out, even though social media can make it seem like some do. All of us are doing our best. So this is me doing my best to share what I've learned on my own journey in hopes that if you're feeling anything like I did growing up, confused, worried, anxious, like I didn't measure up, even a little afraid, then maybe you can see yourself in these words and remember that you aren't the only one feeling that way. If anything, I want this book to feel like a trusted friend to you,